Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all know the X-Men for their flashy fights against Magneto or the Sentinels. But the Marvel Universe is huge, and some of the most epic, downright brutal mutant battles have happened far from the spotlight. Today, we're rediving deep into the comic book archives to uncover the fights you probably missed but absolutely need to know about. So grab your popcorn, because things are about to get intense. First up, let's talk about a family feud of cosmic proportions. Vulcan versus his brothers, Cyclops and Havoc. Remember Vulcan? The third Summers brother who was lost in space and came back with a serious grudge and Omega level? Energy manipulation powers? This wasn't just a sibling squabble. It was a full-blown war. Vulcan single-handedly took on the entire X-Men, then flew off to conquer the Shi'ar Empire. The battles that followed were insane, with Havoc and the Starjammers leading the resistance. Imagine raw, untamed solar energy, clashing with cosmic power that could shatter planets. It's a tragic, visually spectacular story of a lost soul trying to burn down the galaxy. With his own family as the last line of defense, the raw emotion and sheer scale of these fights are just breathtaking. Next, we have a battle of pure, unrestrained ferocity, Wolverine versus Sabretooth, but not the fights you're thinking of. I'm talking about the ones from the 90s Wolverine comic series, specifically when Sabretooth gets an adamantium upgrade. For a while, he was basically a bigger, meaner, more sadistic version of Wolverine. Their fights weren't just about claws. They were psychological warfare. Sabretooth didn't just want to beat Logan. He wanted to break him, to prove he was nothing more than an animal. Every year on Logan's birthday, Sabretooth would track him down just to try and kill him. These weren't superhero fights. They were bloody, desperate struggles for survival between two men who are the worst parts of each other. It's dark, it's gritty, and it shows just how terrifying these two can be when the gloves come off. Now for a psychic showdown that could literally melt your brain, Professor X versus the Shadow King. We've seen hints of this in other media, but the comics take it to a whole new level. The Shadow King isn't just a powerful telepath. He is a primordial entity of pure psychic malice that has been Xavier's nemesis since before the X-Men even existed. Their battles happen on the astral plane, a dimension of pure thought where anything is possible. We're talking about reality-bending warfare, where armies of nightmares clash, and the very concept of self is a weapon. In one story, the Shadow King possesses Xavier's son, Legion, leading to a conflict that nearly shattered the minds of every mutant on the planet. It's a high-stakes chess game where the pieces are souls and one wrong move could unravel reality itself. Let us move on to a clash of ideologies, fought with fists and optic blasts. Cyclops versus Captain America during Avengers vs. X-Men. This wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a fundamental disagreement about the future of the mutant race, with the Phoenix Force at its center. Scott Summers, now the militant leader of mutant kind, saw the Phoenix as salvation. Steve Rogers saw it as a world-ending threat. Watching these two iconic leaders, these pillars of the Marvel Universe, go head-to-head is incredible. It's not about good versus evil. It's about two heroes who both believe they're doing the right thing. And their fight on the beaches of Utopia is symbolic of that entire conflict. It's a tactical, brutal, and emotionally charged battle that tested the very definition of what it means to be a hero. Finally, we have to talk about Hope Summers versus Bastion. During the Second Coming storyline, Hope was the so-called mutant messiah, the first mutant born after M-Day. Bastion, the ultimate sentinel from a dystopian future, led a coalition of humanity's greatest mutant haters with one goal: eliminate her. The result was an all-out war. The entire X-Men roster was pushed to its absolute limit, fighting off waves of advanced sentinels and resurrected villains, all to protect one teenage girl. The final battle is heartbreaking and heroic, with major sacrifices being made. It's a desperate, running battle for the very survival of a species, and Hope's struggle against a foe that represents pure, calculated extinction is one of the most compelling arcs in modern X-Men history. And that's our list. 5 incredible mutant battles that deserve way more attention. The Marvel Universe is filled with these hidden gems, proving that sometimes the best stories are the ones you have to dig for. Which forgotten fight is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments.
Thanks for watching.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you next time.